The much-hyped framework agreement between the government and the largest Naga insurgent group, the NSCN-IM, signed on August 3, 2015 has completed 10 years. But the larger promise of a Naga Accord for lasting peace to the decades-long insurgency is still a distant dream. Importantly, the framework agreement was the culmination of growing rounds of discussions to set the stage for political talks and an acceptable solution for both sides. For the government, the basic premise of the talks is finding a lasting solution under the framework of the Indian Constitution. For the NSCN-IM, it has clearly been the protection of the distinct identity and unique history of the Nagas, and the dream of integration of the Naga people territorially and politically, which has been a long-standing demand. The framework agreement had acknowledged that the sovereignty of the Nagas lay with the Naga people, and that sovereignty would be defined in the final accord. Interestingly, while the framework agreement had been signed by the two sides, the government and the NSCN-IM, over the years through rounds of discussions, the government involved another distinct group called the Naga National Political Groups, which signed an agreed position with the government in 2017. The NNPGs have also been discussing the contours of the final agreement that can show the way forward. But the NSCN-IM sees it as an attempt to dilute the Naga people's struggle and weaken the authority of the NSCN-IM itself. The NNPGs on their part do not insist on holding talks outside the framework of the Indian Constitution, nor are they insisting on territorial or political identity for the Naga people. On the other hand, the NSCN-IM demands a separate flag and has not completely given up its idea of a greater Nagaland to be formed by adding contiguous Naga inhabited regions of Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh and Assam with Nagaland. While the government is open to the idea of more autonomy for the Naga inhabited regions, officials have clearly said that a separate flag or a constitution or the idea of a greater Nagaland is neither feasible nor appropriate given the supremacy of the Indian Constitution. With the significant drop in insurgency-related incidents in Nagaland and the demand of the people for lasting peace, all eyes are once again on how quickly the NSCN-IM and the government are able to show the way forward. In the last few years, tensions between the hill and valley citizens of Manipur have created concerns for the security agencies, who have witnessed some activities of the NSCN-IM in the hill districts, where the Naga population predominantly lives, keeping them on their toes to prevent any insurgent groups from taking advantage of the situation. The NSCN-IM is also said to be active in the troubled areas in Myanmar across the border with Manipur, where it has set up bases and continues smuggling of arms and extortion activities according to intelligence agencies. Given all the concerns and the evolving security situation in the northeast, it will be a tightrope walk for the government. Security officials say the focus must be on continuing the ceasefire in letter and spirit with the Naga insurgent groups to ensure that dividends of peace are visible on the ground, while rolling out peace talks and initiatives that can have a lasting impact, not just in Nagaland but in Manipur, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and beyond.